Good evening, students. So this is the video for explanation of today's income tax paper in simplified manner within 10 minutes. Okay. So first of all, my opinion is this time paper is somewhat difficult when compared to previous attempt, and the questions are something different and lengthy in nature. So however, all the questions, all the problems are taken from our material. And one more important observation is they mainly concentrate on amendment areas. If those students who had prepared the amendment material, they could have answered this question, these questions very easily and comfortably. Okay. So coming to the analysis of the paper, the first problem itself from total income chapter for 15 marks. This is the problem. So many of problems like this were covered in our material. So if students prepared the total income chapter perfectly, then they could answer this question very easily. But however, in my opinion, this is the difficult point in this question. This is the amendment related point. This is the which is the adjustment which is relating to amendment. Okay. So micro small enterprises, MSMED. This type of model problem was provided in our amendment material. Okay. So rest of the points, rest of the adjustments and rest of the points are very easy, except that if students had prepared the amendment material, they can answer this. They could answer this question very easily. Okay. Next one is problem number 2. This is the problem which is relating to residential status 1. So residential status 1, which is very easy in nature. Okay. So 2-3 problems are there in our material like this. Okay. And for 4 marks. And third point 2B is it's a little bit confused problem in this exam paper. That is, this is a mixing of TDS and TCS. So TDS and TCS related problem. And one more important point, it includes PGBP head also, section 40A 1A. So TDS and PGBP mixed problem. Okay. So easy problem, but if you had prepared well, otherwise you may get some confusion. Okay. Next one is TCS under section 206C 1F. Sale of motor vehicles. So similar type of problem is there in our material. If you had prepared well, you would answer this question very easily. Okay. So and next question is salary set. And one more important observation here is in this problem, the amendment, this is the point relating to latest amendment in Finance Act 2023. Okay, that is amendment which is relating to rent-free accommodation. The concept includes cost inflation index, that is indexed numbers has given in below that point. So rent-free accommodation, if same accommodation were provided to same employee for subsequent years also, there was an amendment which was already included in our amendment material. There is a problem also provided in that material. If you had prepared well, you could have answered this question very easily. Okay. So this is the amendment. In first problem itself, there is an amendment that is MSMED related amendment. So these are the something different. This time question paper is something unique when compared to previous attempt. That is, it includes latest amendments, which are very important. Of course, we continuously guide the students and educate the students. Students to prepare the amendments continuously. Okay. Next one is, this is the problem relating to capital gain. Capital gain with exemption under section 54B. Reinvestment in another agricultural land. Sale of agricultural land and reinvested in another agricultural land. So, so many of problems are there in our material. Next one is, so problem number 4. This is the problem relating to clubbing provisions, which are very easy in nature. So the number of problems like this was included in our material. If the students had prepared well the clubbing provisions, they could have answered this question very easily. It's two fundamental problems. Okay. Next one is, this is the return of income chapter. The first one is return of income. Revised return. That's two fundamental problems. So many of problems are there in our material. So students can answer this question very easily without having any objections, because same type of problems was included in our material, but subject to change of names and amounts. Okay, the revised return problem. And next one is, this is also related to return of income chapter. Return of income chapter, but TRP related concept. Okay, the straight theory question is there in our material, and there is a concept question also. In fact, TRP is very important and also provided in our guest questions. Okay, it's very easy to answer this question. It's two fundamental problems. Next one is, last one is also related to return of income. That is updated return. Updated return question, the similar problem is there in our material relating to updated return. It's also very easy to answer. So my dear students, this time paper is something difficult because of it includes some amendments. If those students who prepared the amendments well, then they could answer these questions very easily. Okay, except those amendment areas, rest of the problems are very easy. So like a previous attempt. Okay, so next one, coming to the MCQ point of view. So case scenario 3, scenario based MCQs. Scenario based MCQs has given in this exam. So we have been continuously guiding the students to prepare scenario based MCQs. Okay, so scenario based MCQs, case scenario 3, related to total income related information as given in this paragraph. Based on this information, you need to answer the following 3 MCQs. First MCQ, calculate the total income. The information given above. Students, my opinion is MCQs are some extent easy when compared to previous attempt. Okay, so first one is computation of total income based on the above information. The second question is computation of NAV, that is the income from house property related question. It is easy to calculate. And third one is interest calculation under section 24B. This MCQ is also relating to house property. The information given above, from this information, you need to answer these following 3 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Next one. Next one also scenario based MCQ. So this is the information which is relating to total income. Based on that, you need to answer following 3 questions. First one is TDS related question. Deduction of tax at source. Second one is total income, computation of total income. And the next one is chapter 6 year deductions. information given above. Based on that, you need to answer the following 3 questions. Each question carry 2 marks. Okay, and last MCQ is an individual MCQ, carries 2 marks. That is, this was already covered in our material in income from other sources, deduction from family pension. So, and house property. What shall be his total income? Computation of total income. Based on this information, computation of total income. It includes house property head, other sources head. Okay. Next one is individual MCQ. This is also an individual MCQ, carries 1 mark. This is related to family pension, which was discussed in income from other sources. Family pension deduction. So deduction from family pension is 1/3 or 15,000, whichever is lower. The balance is taxable. That's the answer. Which was already covered in our material under the head income from other sources. Individual MCQ carries 1 mark. Individual MCQ carries 2 marks. Just compute the total income. So remaining rest of MCQs are scenario based. Okay, that's the paper. So my opinion is this time paper is somewhat difficult when compared to previous attempt. Because previous attempt paper is too easy. Otherwise, paper is moderate in nature. So student who prepared well can answer this paper very easily. Because reason, all the questions were covered in our material. In addition that, some of the points were covered in amendments material released by Mastermind. Students, thank you all of you.
Okay, my dear students, now we are going to have a little bit brief discussion on our September 2024 question paper. If you observe the question paper here, with respect to nowadays, actually I was a little bit surprised to know that the MCQs paper was also given to the students. So this is the case scenarios with respect to part 1, 30 marks. In that, I think case scenario 1 and case scenario 2 and case scenario, where is the third one? Okay, sorry. So these two, case scenario 2 is with respect to GST, and I think from scenario 3 onwards, I think it is with respect to your income tax mark. So with respect to MCQs, when I observe this particular paper, that means MCQs, especially when talking about, it was a little bit easy in comparison with the descriptive. Frankly, my opinion is, because MCQs were, even though they are not straightforward ones, but definitely you are able to answer these ones. Here it is based on whether it is eligible to claim the ITC on stock and capital goods, definitely we can say, and tax liability is small computation, direct one, import of services treated as supply, definitely we can answer these questions, ma. But with respect to case scenario 2, the major focus is there on, I think, e-way bill, and as well as I think with respect to registration they may have asked. So what is when returns, with respect to returns, if you observe what are the chapters that were not asked in the descriptive were asked in this particular MCQs, ma. So with respect to them, definitely they are easy ones: registration, returns, e-way bill, and with respect to value of supply, what is the discount, definitely, and trust related one, exemption I mean to say. So MCQs in my opinion are little bit easy in comparison with descriptive. So my opinion is, if at all you are able to answer these MCQs well, then definitely you are having a better chance of getting good marks in our taxation paper. Now come to our descriptive pattern now. So this is section B, 5A, 10 marks, which is a compulsory question. Generally, this question, according to my opinion, is it was a moderate question mark. But the student should have the knowledge of ITC, as well as a little bit garnish was given by this exemptions chapter and debit notes. So, and 17.5 blocked credits. So, all these are actually mixed in this particular question. My opinion is that this question paper was, sorry, this particular 5A, which is a comprehensive problem which consists of ITC, tax invoice, debit notes and credit notes, was a moderate problem, neither easy nor difficult one. But definitely, if at all you are able to study the concept well, definitely you can answer that. And 5B is of more of exemptions, and majorly the focus is on amendments here. So with respect to this first one and fourth one, I think based on the latest recent amendments, not at least latest, with respect to wastewater management and municipality functions. So regarding them, definitely few exemptions. So exemptions was little bit easy in comparison with comprehensive problem. So comprehensive problem is a little bit moderate problem, but whereas 5B exemptions, definitely we can answer these ones. It was the easy one. Generally, 6A will be tricky question in almost every attempt. We need to check whether it was tricky or not now. 6A, Mr. T is a registered dealer, and it was easy actually. Not generally every attempt, 6A will be a little bit difficult, but in this attempt, not that much difficult. That means he started the business in this year only. He just want to start the services. Then definitely he is eligible for 10.1 or 10.2A. It was okay. Definitely we can answer this. Because as per 10.1, you can make supply of service up to a specified extent. If more than that, what is that specified limit? 10% of the preceding financial year turnover or 5 lakhs, whichever is higher, something like that. And if at all the limit was crossed, you may not be eligible. Like that, easy. It was easy to answer according to my opinion. And 6B1, place of supply, it was also the amendment in our material. If you observe the concept book, we highlighted this word as an latest amendment. So on that amendment, 2 marks question was asked and it was easy to answer. 10.1 CA, it is majorly. And second one is with respect to holdings mark. It was there in 12.3 with respect to immovable property services, strike questions, easy to answer. So the sixth question will be 6A 5 marks, 6B 5 marks. Definitely 6 questions can be answered easily. And 7th question is with respect to TDS. If at all you are having the conceptual knowledge regarding that, definitely you can write answer for this question. Because inclusive of GST it was given, first you need to exclude the GST amount. If at all it is more than 2.5 lakhs, TDS provisions are applicable. It is a notified person PSU, and therefore even though the amount is received in installments, if the contract value is more than the specified limit of 2.5, you can do that. Definitely TDS is applicable. And the period means next month 10th. 7A was the easy question. And I told you to my mastermind students that in this attempt, accounts and records is going to be asked, because in the new chapters, place of supply, TDS and TCS, accounts and records, in the previous attempt, place of supply as well as TDS, TCS was asked, but accounts and records was not touched at the time. So that's why I told you the students that this time it is going to be asked, and 2 important areas are, one is works contract, second one is agent. Here it was works contract, direct theory question. That's why I keep focus on theory in our GST. And 8A is a direct theory question with respect to import of services. I think in our material it is topic number 4. In the concept book, you can write that. Next one is invoice exemptions, straightforward theory question, easy to answer. No actual proceedings of the GST Council shall be okay. This is the only one little bit difficult for the above average student. Only the student who is able to study the material in depth, including study material of ICAI, they are able to answer. So this 3 marks question, which is there in 8B2, no act or proceedings of the GST Council, was a tough question according to my opinion. Majority people may not be able to answer this, but for you there is a internal choice now. So that's why definitely you can be saved by leaving the particular point B here, because in point B, second one was the tough question. Majority of the students may not be able to answer this one. So definitely we can take 8B as a choice and we can write this one. Because it is accounts and records, the books are needed to be maintained by the agent, direct theory question. So in my opinion, the difficult one is this 8B ma. But there is a choice for that, therefore definitely you can write. So by observing the overall paper, I can say that the compulsory question was little bit difficult and 8B was difficult. 8B second one is a difficult one, I do agree with that. So even though this is not a scoring paper in my opinion, definitely out of our GST 50 marks, you are able to answer at least 30. If at all you are able to write the theory well, definitely out of 50 you can score at least 30 marks in my opinion. Thank you.